Straight Talk. Straight Talk with Samir Kochhar.
फाल्गु जी आप ठीक है? ठीक है ना? Alright, ठीक रहिए आप. Hello everyone, welcome to another episode of Stray Talk, where we talk about, that's an easy guess, strays, and of course get to know our furry friends a lot better. Today my guests on the show are Poonam Malhotra Gidwani from Save the Paws, we have Surabhi Kanzwa from We Love Animals Foundation, Mansi Nagi from Wet Nose Foundation, we have Falguni Shah from Awaz, and Rinki Karmakar from Save Our Strays. I want to thank you all for joining me on the show today. Poonam, let's get down to it straight. Illegal breeding.
So most people are unaware when they buy a dog or a cat from a pet store that these places are actually into puppy milling. You're encouraging puppy milling. When you go ahead buy a dog, these dogs or cats are separated from their mothers. These mothers are kept in isolated areas in cages, and they are used for breeding purposes. And eventually, when they are of no use or they are of no profitability to the breeder, they discard these mothers. They're either auctioned or they are sold or they are abandoned. So this is a very horrific state of illegal breeding, which we kind of need to address.
What gets my gut and what gets my blood boiling is the fact that people get these beautiful animals to their homes. They get them obviously thinking that they're going to like love them, nurture them, look after them, but then they reach a point where they just dump them. They just make do with them and it's like they're over with it. How do they get to that point and how can they think that it's okay?
People like bringing breeds at home. They want to have pets which are pure breeds, and they don't understand the fact that these breeds are not for Indian circumstances, the climate that we live in, the food that we eat in. And as they age, right, their behaviors change. They have certain medical conditions which crop up when they become an adult dog, and then the pet parents are not able to handle that. And that is when they get fed up and, they just dump them on the streets or in the garbage, or they put up for adoption, and they don't realize the effects that will have on that breed.
Yeah.
After dumping them, because they're so used to being at home environment, the cozy environment, and suddenly you're just putting them on street. These breeders, they'll do it with the intention of just earning money, and they're very honest, and they'll try to promote the fact because they want to earn. Each breed costs a dime.
फाल्गुनी आप बताएं कि जनता जो है, पब्लिक जो है, उनका ये जो व्यवहार स्ट्रेस के प्रति क्या है एग्जैक्टली?
तो दुनिया का नज़रिया हमें बदलना है कि हम इंडियन ब्रीड्स को भी अडॉप्ट कर सकते हैं, उनको एक घर दे सकते हैं, क्योंकि वो एक होमलेस एनिमल है. अगर हम ये अवेयरनेस प्रोग्राम सब जगह कर सकें तो काफ़ी फ़ायदेमंद हो सकते हैं. हमारे हर एक स्ट्रे डॉग्स को घर मिल सकता है, वो होमलेस नहीं रहेंगे. ऐसे रास्ते पे भटकने वाले डॉग्स हैं, इसलिए उनको स्ट्रे बोला जाता है. अगर घर में लाए तो उनको पेट ही कहेंगे वो. करेक्ट. स्ट्रेस तो नहीं कहने वाले वो.
तो अगर प्योर ब्रीड भी हुआ जो सड़क पे है तो वो भी स्ट्रे हुआ.
स्ट्रे ही हुआ.
Mansi, it's almost like we're ingrained, like all people around us, to fear strays.
Our brains already functioned with the fact that a stray is ferocious or a stray is harmful or a stray bites. But what we as humans need to realize and fail to realize is that is what goes behind that particular reaction. It can be anything from him being lost to abandoned, being cold, being hungry for days, and no one has bothered to look at you. Which means if an animal is suffering, or if an animal that we've gotten home who's been adopted by us is going through an emotional trauma, we need to realize why that trauma is happening. Stray is probably more fearful of us than we are of them. So I think it's important for all the parents also to educate their child towards a better understanding of what compassion and love can do to the voiceless. And it's okay to touch a stray.
How we are trying to solve this issue is by educating the kids. We run educational campaigns for children above 4 years of age. We try to sensitize them, as to how they are supposed to treat animals and what is the meaning of adopt, don't shop. And in fact, it's been really exciting because a lot of times they go back home, they, talk about this with their parents.
Because ultimately the parents have to look after the dog.
And the parents actually call us up when they are ready for taking up a pet. They've actually come back to us and said, you know what, why don't we adopt a dog, a stray dog.
As she said, don't shop, adopt. Get that? I know you do.
Yes.
Rinki, is there an upside to the situation? our mindsets changing?
In the last few years, indie adoptions, dogs and cats, they've got better. In fact, we have requests from adopters who want to take in disabled dogs, blind cats, and senior dogs as their pets. In fact, a lot of foreigners living in India have adopted our indie dogs and have taken them back with them to their countries.
Really?
It's been on an upswing, yes.
It makes you feel proud that you've actually changed a life. When you come back home, you know that you have somebody who's looking forward, waiting for you. You have time where you bond with each other. Eventually, you and your pet become best friends. A pet helps you in your emotional, mental well-being and also helps you overcome something like depression. So it's very important we promote adoptions and adopt dogs or cats or stray animals.
Now, once you get these dogs who are slightly older, they're disabled in some form or the other, are there ways in which they can be helped, these owners?
Social media has given access to a lot of information. There are a lot of behaviorists, medication, holistic therapies that can be helping these people settle in these dogs who have issues with settling in. In fact, because of social media, we have been able to spread the message of India adoption. So it has been great. You can connect with NGOs who will probably help you connect with a behaviorist who probably come and assist you with taking care of the situation.
Social media, use it with this regard. You got ample people out there who'll be willing to help you overcome all the difficulties you're having with a new friend in your home. You heard it from Ricky.
Well, that was not just delightful, but extremely insightful as well. Now, we're going to continue in our endeavor to talk about the strays on the street and what they need from us. But hey, we can only talk. We need your help to come forward and do the rest. Thank you all to my wonderful guests on the show today. We will see you for another exciting episode on this show where we talk the talk and walk the talk, only on Stray Talk.